everyone, welcome to Immediate Meteorology. In this video, I will be looking back at the tornado outbreak of April 12th through 13th. I will also briefly talk about a upcoming cooldown, just like a previous one that we witnessed on the 11th, 10th, and 9th. So here is a picture of one of the many tornadoes that occurred in this storm. You can see that this is the Monroe, sorry if I'm saying that wrong, but Monroe, Louisiana tornado. You can see if I grab my tool right here. 1 second. Sorry if this takes a bit. My tools weren't ready in time. So right here where my plus sign is, this is right where it's over right now. This is around where the tornado was spotted, this red spot right here. And you can see Monroe is just around. Sorry if it's a little pixelated. That was just what my radar was doing, because it was so close up. Here are just the different layers, like the velocities, just the radar itself, the tornado vortex, all that stuff. But you can see that right here, that's the main spot. Let me just turn this. That's really the main spot that you can see that tornado in between this little box right here. That's where the tornado was spotted, and that's where the supercell was, and that's where it formed. Now this is one of the Alabama tornadoes. This is the tornado that basically went along Highway 59, Etowah County and Blount County, I think it's called. They were both under tornado warnings because this tornado was passing right by them along 59, and you can see right there right here, that's where the real circulation and rotation was. That's where the supercell really was the strongest at. So that's really where the supercell was. You could see with the other ones, like the radar, you can see the red area where that tornado was. So now I just want to talk about where the really severe tornadoes were, and for Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas, Alabama, and Georgia. It was mainly Mississippi that got hit the hardest. However, Alabama did get some tornadoes. Same with Arkansas and Louisiana, just like the one that was in Monroe, right around where my pointer is. So I'm going to go ahead and make a circle right here. I'm going to expand it a bit. Let's go ahead and do that. So I think you can see that red circle, that's really where that's where those two tornadoes, if you guys didn't hear, that's where those two strong tornadoes were. It was in between an EF4 and an EF5 rating of tornado. Those are the two top strongest, with EF5 being the strongest. And I know a lot of people ask, is there ever going to be an EF6 scale? Has there ever been recorded winds more than the amount for an EF5? EF5 is an amount and anything above it. They're probably not going to make any EF6 scales. It's not really necessary because EF5s are already super rare. So that would mean EF6 is probably would never happen. But in that red circle, that's where one of the EF5 to EF4 scale tornadoes was. And then a bit to the bottom left area of the circle was another tornado. I'm pretty sure it was an EF3 that was following right behind the EF4 to 5 tail. So they were following right behind, but eventually they both weakened, except the one that was on the tail of the stronger one, it eventually recycled, the supercell got back to strength, and then it went even long. So that one was a really long distance tornado. If I go ahead and move this circle, right over here, I would say, that's where the tornado in the previous image of right over, here, this is the tornado of the previous image of the one in Alabama that was sort of going along 59. Now 59 starts the middle of my pointer and basically goes up through the corner of Georgia and then through Tennessee. That's the long 59. So it goes northeast, and the storm was moving northeast actually. So that made it supported it even more. At first, the supercell had formed just a little north of Birmingham, Alabama, one of the biggest cities in Alabama. However, not the capital. And eventually, it started getting bigger. I was actually tracking this tornado for a little bit. And it had intensified. The debris ball got bigger. If you don't know what a debris ball is, it's basically on a map. The radar sort of scans, I guess you could say, debris blocking the way. And if you see a blue area of debris, that's where the tornado is. So, and it's like in a ball shape, because the tornadoes form like that. They're in a circular shape, especially the supercell. Now we're going to go over here, and sorry if this image is a little bit bad, and also whoever made this image, credit to them. I didn't make this image. I needed to borrow one. So, this is a picture of North and South Carolina. I want to talk about these two mid-Atlantic states that also got hit hard by some tornadoes. So if I get my circle tool once again. So around here, for North Carolina, it was around the area this circle is in that most of the tornadoes were. I'm pretty sure there were 5 or 6 reported tornado warnings in that circle area. So down the capital of North Carolina, which is Raleigh, they didn't really get hit with tornadoes. They just had severe damaging wind gusts. However, there was a smaller tornado spotted just south of the county with a downtown in it. If you can see that small circle to the bottom right of the bigger circle, there was a it was either EF0 or EF1 tornado. And the bad thing about these tornadoes were they happen overnight for these two coastal states. They happen about from 5 a.m. through about 9 or 8 a.m. That's really when these tornadoes were strongest, supercells were rotating more, and they had a lot of juice. Currently, the radar is indicating that it's now out in the Atlantic Ocean, it's dissipating, it's going away, so we're all fine with the rest of this. However, parts like Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland, and a little bit of New York. They are currently in a slight risk of thunderstorms because that could move north and go, the rest of it could go move north and cause some severe thunderstorms there. And also they're in the 5% risk for tornadoes, although that's still pretty low. With it, obviously within a given location, it's 25 miles within a given location, there's a 5% that it will be. So now for South Carolina, really, they actually had about the same amount as North Carolina. I think it was like 6, maybe 7 reported tornadoes. If I take this, so it was around this whole area down here. That I know that's a very big circle, but that whole area down there, that was really where all the tornado warnings and supercells and tornadoes were. Sort of a little bit of the middle of South Carolina and southwest. The coastal area of North and South Carolina got a little bit of flooding, but not as severe of weather as the middle areas of the states. Now, the tornadoes that were down in South Carolina had actually formed in Georgia, and basically as soon as they formed, they crossed the border into South Carolina, and that's really when they intensified a bit and became severe. Now, before this video is over, I just wanted to briefly talk about an upcoming cool down that is supposed to be actually possibly starting tonight through Saturday, basically through the upcoming weekend. So I just wanted to let you guys know, for most of the U.S. except for the west coastal states, it's gonna be like a cool down, just like on April 9th, 10th, and 11th, when it was pretty cool. It was in the 50s in some places, even 40s, and lower 60s. So with that, I thank you guys for watching. I hope you found this informational. Subscribe and hit the notification bell, just in case if anything severe is coming and you want to know more information about it. If there's any tornado threats for any area, I'll be eventually making a video either about a look back at it or before or during those severe weather. I thank you guys for watching. If you want to hit the subscribe, you can go ahead and press that circle with my logo on it. And then if you want to see another one of my videos, just press that video right there. So with that, I thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.